Hello, everyone. Sorry that we are switching now to English, but I was just thinking about that. Like, I've been attending the whole day a conference in Hungarian. I don't speak a word of Hungarian, and one of the recurring topics of today was AI. So actually, my colleague that he already left, also from NetAcad, and myself, we were using ChatGPT to record the voices of the presenters and get translation. So hopefully you will be okay with me with 20 minutes in English if I was able to actually get information during the conference of today. So my name is Raquel Martinez. I'm technical manager in Europe for Cisco Networking Academy, and I've been part of NetAcad for a bit more of 7 years now. But actually, NetAcad, now is being already made the 25th anniversary. We will be 27 years this year. And, we've been learning a lot during all this process. So I don't know how many of you already are familiar with NetAcad in this room. Like, maybe you can raise your hand. Okay, so a few hands, some others maybe new. Good. So basically, I would like to see as well, especially for those who maybe are not that familiar with NetAcad. NetAcad was born because, some engineers at Cisco decided to give some, Cisco routers to an academy. And they say, okay, it's great, thank you, but we have no idea how to use this. We actually, lack the knowledge on how to use this. So they thought, oh, actually, this is a good opportunity. If we can train them in how to use these technologies, in the future, when they come to work with these technologies, they will be already equipped with the skills that they will need to succeed. And that was a bit, how Cisco Networking Academy became what it is now. Our mission is to transform the lives of learners, educators, to make, to get the successful skills, to be placed in the job market. And that's why, in our model, we offer, we offer our platform. We offer our courses in a Skills to Job program that we try to equip the students with the necessary skills to be placed in the job market. With that, we don't do it alone. We partner with high schools, universities, that actually are the ones that will use, the curriculum, the platform to then reach the final students. And we also offer some courses that we engage students directly, where they may go, and learn on their own, maybe while they're doing other, education in their own academies. And because of that, we have courses that are instructor-led, meaning that we actually need an instructor to be able to guide the students through the course and teach the lessons. But there are also a lot of self-paced opportunities for the students maybe to investigate a new area that they may be interested and maybe wondering, will there be a future for me in this area? We also offer credibility of what they are learning with digital badges and also certifications that will give them an advantage when they go to look for a job. And that connection with job opportunities. So at the end, not only in Cisco, but Cisco sales partners that also use the technologies, and that the students will be ready to take on those roles. And just to give you an idea of the impact that we had on this journey up to now, is right now Cisco Networking Academy is available in 180 countries. Of course, this has been the work of all these many years. We offer our courses in up to 27 languages, and I don't think that there are many programs that can have that opportunity in so many languages. And we have more than 12,000 academies all around the globe. One of the most important numbers is not maybe how a number of academies or students that we have, but as well what is the impact that we are having on them. And one of them, one of the ones I like to highlight is, it's 96% of those students who went through Cisco Networking Academy, they say that course that they did helped them to obtain either a job opportunity or another education opportunity. So it was like the start of maybe an educational, a different career. And I think that's, one of the most important things. Of course, there are also other things like female participation. We know in IT, female participation is, very low. We have a 27% female participation that sadly is not bad, but it still is very, behind. And we will still also have programs where we try to, engage and attract more women in IT. And just last slide, talking a bit on the numbers. I think also one of the interesting numbers is that 98% of students says that it has a positive impact in their lives. So not only maybe as I say, a job opportunity, maybe another course, but it was a good chance that they had the opportunity to maybe learn about a new skills, maybe programming, maybe networking. There are also, if we account since the start until last year, thanks to all those courses that they've done, we estimate that at least 4.26 million jobs, were filled by NetAcad students. And that's at the end, our goal, to get them there, to give them that opportunity to start the career. And now we've been talking a lot as well in the impact of the students, but what about also the instructors? So every year we do also surveys, between our instructors, and we have 94% of instructors says that Cisco Networking Academy helped them to become better educators. We offer the tools, we offer the platform, the materials, that hopefully makes the life of the educators easier, that they just need to adapt, everything that we are offering to their academic program. And of course, we've been growing a lot during all this time. We started, Cisco itself as a company started as a networking company, building hardware, first, networking protocols, and Cisco Networking Academy, the same, we started teaching networking. But obviously, we have expanded that spectrum during the years. We are also now not only considered a networking company, we also are a cybersecurity company. And cybersecurity is also, one of the most important topics that we teach in Cisco Networking Academy. We have AI and data science, otherwise we will be, very behind if we are not adding anything about AI. Information technology, programming, digital literacy. So there are many opportunities depending, on what the students would like to focus. Also, more importantly as well, practice. So in every course that they find in the platform, they will have practice opportunities. Being on a lab, maybe, if they are doing courses in a school, probably with, physical equipment. We also have tools like Cisco Packet Tracer, that is a simulator, network simulator, that they can also gain confidence on the skills that they are learning on the courses. And one thing that will help them to then achieve that, job that maybe they desire after finishing the courses is, that they have a way to show the skills that they have gained. One of them is digital badges. So all the courses that we have on the platform, they have a digital badge. After they pass the final exam with more than a 70% mark, they will get a digital badge. And this is something that they can, display on maybe any job, platform, saying, look, I have a, cybersecurity essentials digital badge. And what that means, the employer can go and check the skills that actually that the student learned in that course. And then we also have the certifications, that they are, industry recognized certifications that also give them an advantage when looking for a job. Like many employers, said that certifications are actually important even when taking decisions, who to hire. And also it can give them a better opportunity in terms of, maybe better salary if they get certifications. Last week, actually, I'm from Spain, from Madrid, and we got some students in the Cisco office in Madrid. And one of the instructors was telling me, I try to tell them how important certifications are, but they are young and, they don't listen and, they always don't see maybe the value. But he was telling me that he had a previous student that came to him and said, look, I was applying for this job. And, there was only 3 candidates left, and finally I got the job. And the employer told me that they chose me because I have these certifications. So certifications actually matter, and could be a good opportunity for the students to maybe get the job that they desire. We also, want to support instructors, as I was mentioning, with our courses and materials, but we also offer instructor professional development. Every 3 months, so every quarter, we offer a week full of webinars in different languages as well. Of course, we have main sessions in English, but we also offer usually like a program update session in Hungarian, so people can get what is the latest trends in the platform, in the courses, and they can get up to date. Because in this technology world, keeping up to date is pretty important. So we try to offer opportunities as well for the instructors to keep learning and keep bringing maybe the latest materials and information to the students. So now I would like to focus to actually one of the latest innovations that we've done in the program, that it was the platform. On the last years, we've been through some changes. I know that many people don't like changes, but sometimes they are necessary. Of course, with the pandemic that we went through, everything was disrupted. Education was also disrupted, and that was the moment where we decided, we need to innovate, we need to change our platform, we need to actually address the change, in the way that the students are learning, and that's why when we started innovating. It's been a journey of a few years where we've been innovating while maintaining as well our own platform. And finally, last summer, we merged both platforms. So we try to integrate all of our knowledge and experience of the past 25 years together with the innovation we were building on those last years, and try to build a better platform that will be good for students and instructors. If we focus on the student side, one of the most important things that we thought, students, what are they used to nowadays, like young people, like a mobile phone? Especially if we go even to less developed countries, not everyone has access to a PC or a laptop, but most of the people have access to a smartphone. So we thought we need to make our platform mobile, friendly. So they need to take, especially like introductory courses, they need to be able to take it from their phones. So that was, one of the first things that, came to our minds. If we want to make this available and accessible for more people, independently of their background, mobile-first design was at the top of our mind. We also integrated like real-time progression. So now, while they are completing courses, they get, percentage of completion. They get achievements that if you complete like certain activities, you will get an achievement. That kind of gamification that it will make the students feel more eager to continue the course. This especially when we are talking about like self-paced courses, when they maybe don't have an instructor and the percentage of students maybe dropping a course is much higher because they don't have anyone to guide them. Building this gamification, a way of getting achievements earlier, during their course, makes that they are more inclined to finish the course because they feel like they are succeeding, on the way and getting achievements. We also integrated, all the content to make a better experience. There are also like the courses guide them using also like a story, like say you want to learn about cybersecurity. Okay, so now you are a cybersecurity engineer, started in this role, you're working from this company, all the examples, so they actually feel, how then a job will be in that area. And then if we look more on the teaching side, so we try to implement, what we already had in our platform and maybe try to enhance, some of the features to offer the instructor the flexibility to have control over assignments. So you decide when you want to make available those assignments. You have control of which materials you want to show or hide from the students, so that you can have control actually and decide, what you want to use from that course. Also, a tailored gradebook, so you can decide which, how you are going to organize the exams or activities in your gradebook. If you want certain activities to have a higher weight on the final exam, all that is also customizable. There is a lot of customization, and I know that, especially with change, it takes some learning, but we hope that we have built a platform that it has many possibilities. There is also a comprehensive view of all the upcoming assignments. So an instructor is running maybe like several courses, has a view of all the upcoming assignments in different courses in one view. So it's easy as well to follow what is the next thing coming up independently of going inside each of the courses to see it. We also enhance the class management, and one of the things as well is like content creation, like how the instructors, independently, already of what is created in the course, they can add maybe their own, files. They can even create their own content in the course, and they can customize, and manage the gradebook and, the list of students, even building accommodations for students, saying, I have a group of students taking an exam today, but maybe 2 didn't come. So I can, manage them in a separate and maybe create an exam in a different day for them. So at the end, the ability to have flexibility so every instructor can adapt it to the way that they want to manage the class. I'm focusing a bit on that content creation. So it was made available, the same tools that engineering use to create their content is what is made available to the instructors, meaning that the content that you can create on the platform is going to have the same look and feel of the curriculum that is already implemented there. There are a lot of widgets that you can add that it can support the learning. Like you can also add like assignments, like quizzes. You can add a video. You can add maybe some flipping cards for them to learn. So there is a lot of possibilities. And even is the possibility to localize, like you can do it maybe in your own language. You can create, that content in your own language, so you can also localize it. And then this is also shareable, like you can share it with other instructors in your own academy, so they can also benefit of the content that you are creating, and maybe they also want to, include it in the courses they are teaching. So those have been the latest innovations in our platform. As I mentioned, we moved to this platform was on August last year, and of course we are still, keep adding features. Like every month we still have updates, and we, enhance or even add more features as we go. And now let's look a bit into the curriculum. So I already mentioned that we have curriculum in many of the areas that is not only networking. And as you can see, since we started, so yeah, we started with networking, and you've seen how we've been adding more and more of these different areas in our curriculum. So right now, what is the latest and what is coming more into our platform is we are focusing on AI, we are focusing as well on sustainability, and in industrial IT and OT. So those 3 areas are the latest innovations that we are bringing to the curriculum, and I will explain a little bit about them. In terms of AI, so this is the content that we have right now already available in the platform regarding AI. There are, the first one that you see on the left is Introduction to Modern AI. This is one course that we have created. It's a 6-hour course, has a lot of videos, so it's very easy to consume. And it's just an introduction of what the name says to modern AI and how we can start to utilize that artificial intelligence in our everyday lives. We also have the Road to Intelligence Machines. That is a module, so it's a shorter content, but it's also an introduction to AI. And then, more importantly, so Cisco, together with other technology companies, created a consortium, an AI consortium. They join together and say, okay, AI is having an impact right now, and it's going to have it even more in the future, so let's explore what are these opportunities. From that consortium became, we had like different things coming up from there. One is a report that actually focused on checking the skills that are going to be most impacted and are going to change the most because of AI. And another one is, together with these companies such as IBM and Intel, we brought some of the curriculum that they already had into our platform. Because at the end, it's like, they say, we are all technology companies, we are in this together. So why are you going to create a content that I already have? Let's try to share. So that's why we also brought content, AI fundamentals with IBM Skills Build, so using also one of their tools, and the same with Intel. So if you want to deep dive a bit more into those specific tools, those courses and modules will help you with that. And the last one is AI security nuggets, so how AI is impacting the world of security. And that is a series of 5 videos made by one of the Cisco engineers who's been working for many years in the cybersecurity area. And now is, of course, focusing on the impact of AI in security. So there are 5 videos that explain, how is that impacting the security area. So the idea with this is like, maybe you are not teaching AI as just AI, but some of these courses can be a complement to all of the other areas, because AI is equally impacting like cybersecurity, networking, and IT in all the areas. So these could be complements that go well with any other learning pathways that students may take. We also include recently, and actually I think the last course just was released this week, is the new digital literacy collection. So this is more focused for people who are getting started in technology. So sometimes if we want to get people attracted in technology, we may need to start maybe at an early age. But it could be maybe someone who wants to change careers. We know that digitalization is impacting many jobs, meaning that many jobs are changing or maybe are going to be, are going to disappear. However, many more will be created. However, there will be, jobs that require digital skills. And that's where we can help that transition to those jobs, those who are thinking, oh, maybe artificial intelligence is going to, get me out of work. Well, so maybe you need to gain some skills to reskill or upskill and change to a different career. So that's the focus of these courses. Like for those who are not like digital natives or they don't have the digital skills, to get started with these technology tools. So there is a collection of 4 courses that starts from the beginning, like creating digital awareness, till the last one that I think it could be like equally important for anyone, that is digital safety and security awareness. Like everyone using smartphone or internet, need to be aware of the security implications. Another new area that I was mentioning is the IT/OT. The meaning is IT for operative infrastructure. In this case, there are 2 tracks, one for utility or energy power companies, and the other one for manufacturing. The idea, we started building this content because it was actually the people working on OT saying we need professionals, but we don't find like a curriculum that is teaching networking to OT operators or cybersecurity, and they actually need to work together, right? Like maybe the way we build a network in a manufacturing company and a factory is a little bit different of what they will be using in a data center, and we need people that are prepared with these skills. So we've been running a pilot on the first course, that is Industrial Networking Essentials, with 2 universities, one in Norway and the other one in the United States for the last months. And we are just now releasing this first course to general availability, that is Industrial Networking Essentials. Then we will include those 2 tracks that it will be depending if they want to focus on utility or manufacturing, and how IoT are used on those 2 tracks. And finally, Cybersecurity Essentials is, again, focus on those 2 areas. So for those who usually are like teaching any IoT, related technologies, this could be maybe a new path that it can open and an opportunity for their students. Also, just looking into the job market, we brought on the last 2 years a new area of certifications, the CCST certifications. Those, again, listening to the job market is like, what are they looking for? And they were missing like an entry-level certifications. They say, we have entry-level jobs, but maybe we don't get people that are at that level. And it will be good maybe to get a certification that accredits them at that entry level, and they can start work immediately. And that's how the CCST, that stands for Cisco Certified Support Technician, came like 2 years ago with 2 certifications, networking and cybersecurity. So those are entry level. For those who know our associate certifications, such as CCNA, CyberOps Associate, DevNet Associate, those will be like 1 step before. And those are examples of the job roles that the students could apply after they finish this curriculum, the CCST networking on cybersecurity. And we already have the curriculum built for this. So the networking is around 65 hours of content and the cybersecurity 70 hours. And now what we are bringing, as you can see, curriculum is in development, is the CCST IT support. So we are building this new area. The certification is already available, but now we are building the curriculum, and it will be all available before the summer. So will be, again, around like 70 hours of content that will help a student gain the skills necessary for those kind of job opportunities. And as we mentioned at the beginning, sometimes Cisco Networking Academy offers the possibility for a new job, or maybe it's for a new education opportunity. And that's why we think those CCST certifications could be the stepping stone to then later associate certifications for the students, such as CCNA if they follow in the networking path, or CyberOps Associate if they following on the cybersecurity track. One of the last things also that we are doing, every year now, Cisco decided that it's going to check their exams for these certifications. That doesn't mean they are going to change it every year, but every year they will check the curriculum. And with the last check that they did on CCNA, now the new version of CCNA certification exam is the version 1.1. They, of course, included some topics, AI between them. And, we already built as well the curriculum that if the students going through CCNA want to prepare for the exams, that they will have the materials, to prepare for that final exam, certification exam. So for those who may be teaching CCNA, there are already 2 supplemental modules that can be used with the CCNA courses that add just the added skills for the students to prepare for the exam. A pair of things before I finish. There are also translations in your local language. So here I made the list of the courses that are right now available in Hungarian. That's Introduction to IoT, the 3 CCNA courses, and also IT Essentials. And I believe that yesterday as well it was made available Python Essentials course in Hungarian. And the last thing just from my side to finish, just 2 minutes. We also offer opportunities for academies and students. So 2 years ago, we decided, we are missing like the spirit of competition in NetAcad, and we created a European competition. This last year, like in December 2024, we finished the second one, and it was called a cyber race, European cyber race. So I wanted to highlight this because I think also the impact and the participation in Hungary was amazing. So congratulations for those also who participated. Yesterday as well, I met one of the instructors who finished, their team finished like 6th on the final. So with this, we wanted to give opportunities. The first part of the competition is a learnathon. This is like academies getting involved to try to get as many students as they can in selected courses. So where we want to raise awareness, for example, of cybersecurity. So maybe you can have an idea to join a special community and get more people involved in cybersecurity. And those academies, and here you can see in Hungary, like more than 7,000 students participated on this learnathon part, and 44 instructors were involved getting all of those students. So, congratulations, that was amazing. From that learnathon, the best 3 of the country moved into the spring qualifiers. We joined with McLaren Racing to create a competition based on how they are using Cisco technologies for the Formula 1. And 3 academies from Hungary had the opportunity to participate on these spring qualifiers. And then, as I mentioned, on the final, the 6th team was from Hungary, they were called the Cyber Lab team, and they end 6th. And funny as well, it was the final prize of the winners is that they are going to visit the Grand Prix, here in Hungary in, I believe, this summer. They will have the opportunity to go to the race and also to have a special pass to see, also the team working and everything. So we will keep continuing bringing these kind of competitions that it will open opportunities equally for academies and for students to also bring, let's say a cooler side of technology, and that the students can understand that. And learning networking, but this can be applied as well to maybe other areas that I like. And with that, thank you very much. I hope that that was interesting for you. And if anything, you can also, I leave you my details so you can contact me for further details. So thank you very much.